Alright, for the next country, we go deep into the heart of Scandinavia from the country of Norway. Today, we're doing the Jotballa. My name's Ethan Gordon. We're Group 7. Let's head inside and buy some food.
Fun fact about Norway is that the upper class were the only people who had access to meat, mainly because they were the only people who had meat grinders.
A fun fact about potatoes was that in the Norwegian culture, they first arrived in the 15th century. They were mainly used by military forces and priests. The reason was to grow them and easy to grow. And often in Norway, priests are called potato priests.
Alright, now you're probably wondering what makes this dish so signature. Well, we've got ground ginger and ground nutmeg, and because during like the 1900s when Norway was getting their independence from Sweden, this kind of became a signature food, and they got away from the Norwegian meatball, made their own meat patties, and they added both nutmeg and ginger. So that is why we're using these for the dish. Okay, let's take a little step back here and kind of learn about why we're learning about this dish. So, as I said earlier in the video, Norway is deep in the heart of Scandinavia, which made up of Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. So, in 1905, Norway decided they wanted to be their own independent country from Sweden. They casted a vote to Sweden. 99% of the people said, yes, we'd like to be our own country. Sweden said, okay, and they separated. So now that they took the Swedish type meatball and turned it into their own thing. So now this is a staple Norwegian culture because this was kind of really one of the first dishes that I guess you could say Norwegian. So it's called the Jotballer, and it's usually made with mashed potatoes and a gravy and sometimes a jam. So in our case, we found some of Norway uses gravy and some of it doesn't. We use the recipe that didn't have gravy, so you won't see any gravy coming up in this, but that's quite all right. As Colton said a second ago, that the meat grinders were usually for the higher class. So this is kind of where it originated. It was a special dish with beef or pork farmers. It can be made with either. And so nowadays everybody has access to meat grinders, or you can just get meat off the shelf. It's more of a traditional like holiday serving, special occasion serving. It's not something that you guys have a lot, and it's something a very special time. So something like our Thanksgiving would be a time in Norway when they eat this dish. Now that you know a little bit about Norway, let's send it back over to Ezzy. He'll get us home, and we're going to cook it up.
Alright guys, let's go make this dish.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Good, how are you? Good, thank you.
That's for you.
Thanks, man. Of course.
For you?
Thank you, thank you.
In Norway, it's a cultural norm to bring a gift for the host.
Oh, this looks so good. I'm just so hungry. Can we start eating yet?
No, not yet. We gotta wait to eat. It's a cultural norm to wait for the host.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
So,
Thanks for waiting for me, man. I really
no
appreciate
problem.
it. No problem.
Thanks for having us.
why are you eating with your left hand?
Oh, you don't know? It's a cultural norm to eat with your left hand here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
In Norwegian culture, we gotta have our hands up and then like no elbows on the table. Okay.
Okay, my bad. Thank you.
All right, guys. Did you enjoy your meal today?
Oh, we did.
Very good, thank you. Thank you.
Why did you take my food?
In Norwegian culture, if you don't cross your silverware, then they believe you're not done.
Oh, so like this?
Yep, just like that.
Cheers,
Thank you.